Welcome back to HBO Girls Rewatch.
I'm Amelia.
And I'm Evan.
And guys, we did it. We're in the new apartment. It is under construction. This isn't the final look of our set, but it's a hint at what it will be.
Oh my god. Well, behind us right now is the synagogue. I got bar mitzvah in. It's all the synagogue in the United States. We did my whole bar mitzvah a day forward because a hurricane was coming. So my mom had to get on the phone and beg the rabbi to go a day forward. I had to ask our 75 guests that were going to come to my bar mitzvah from New York to come a day early. So my mom is Jesus of my family for making that miracle happen.
You changed the date last minute of your bar mitzvah?
The day before because of Hurricane Irene.
Oh my god.
And then I had to do a newspaper article for the newspaper in my town interviewed me for it. And then I gave them all these quotes and they completely misquoted me the whole paper just to fit their narrative better.
I love when I get interviewed for something and then I see what they chose to create as my character and voice. Through my quotes.
They chose, it's like, oh, those are words I wouldn't even think. I didn't even know at the time. I was 13. It was out of my vocab range.
When you're getting interviewed, you need to also voice memos so you can listen back and know for sure that you did say that. Because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I would never say that. And then it's like 3 weeks later, it'll come to me in a dream. It's like, no, bitch, you said that word for word.
Well, why did my town have a paper? It was 20,000 people. Maybe we added a neighboring town to it, so another 15,000 people. So 35,000 people are getting a weekly paper. It's ridiculous.
It's so Gilmore Girls. But wrong show. We're here to talk about girls. Guys, guys, we did it. We are in the second half of the series. How does it feel?
Oh yeah, this is officially halfway through, Mark.
This is officially if we're having a midlife crisis during this podcast, now's the time.
I've never watched a show so slow in my life. You know what I mean? It's like I'm so used to binging. So
I know.
It's like you asked me, it's like, how does it feel? It's like it has been 2 calendar years of my life at this point.
Well, because we did the season 3 recap, it has been and we were re-recording before we moved. So it's like I haven't seen an episode of Girls in a month. And last night when I was watching season 4 episode 1, Iowa, the episode we're covering today, I got full body chills because it's like that break reminded me just how good the show is. Lena Dunham knows how to write.
You know what you're experiencing right now.
What?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm experiencing fonderness for Lena.
And honey, absence, the drink makes me grow a little bit fonder too.
And I knew you were gonna do a pun at some point. God, it feels good to be back.
I know it's like this. We haven't settled. We haven't. You know when they on a ship, an inauguration of a ship, they break a bottle on it. We have to do pun comedy to break in our new studio.
No, and we do, and it's feeling a bit warmer.
It's still freezing in here. There's no heating in this room.
We feel so awkward because our guest is this will be our first time meeting them, and it's like we're bringing them into our under construction home, and I feel really random about it.
I feel fine. For us, we've only been here for 3 weeks, and actually people keep walking into a space and being so gobsmacked, to bring back a word used earlier, about how far we've progressed in only 3 weeks.
Gobsmacked already?
Yeah, there's a TikTok of it. You're gobsmacked.
I thought
Coco.
Today.
Oh no, kind of just in general in this podcast. I said that word before.
Yeah, we repeat words on the pod. Yeah, people are impressed, and I'm as somebody who moves every year, multiple times a year for the most part, I try and set up my entire apartment within 24 hours just so I can get the full use of the space. So taking our time has been random for me.
I'm such a time taker. I like to accumulate things. I don't want to rush into buying something. I'd rather make my room look nice after 3 or 4 months of living there by slowly taking my time, finding pieces I really like. Pieces often find me.
Nothing has ever found me. Nothing has ever come to me in this life. I have sought everything out.
And for me, if I just wait long enough, I'll find the exact desk I want from Architectural Digest on the streets of Williamsburg for free, and get a guy named Shaq. I can't believe this white guy's name was Shaq, to get his pickup truck on GoShare app, which is an app. If you don't have it and you live in New York City, get it. It's Uber for pickup trucks and moving trucks. So if you ever find street garbage that you want to bring into your house, you can get this app and bring it there. A guy named Shaq who's 6'6", apparently, I guess all Shaqs are tall, to help me bring my really nice desk to my room. And the desk was free and the moving was only $100. And I only had to go 0.5 miles. But still, that's worth it.
Okay, enough about us. We do need to dive into the episode. Our guest is going to be here any single second, ringing on our doorbell. Evan, do you want to introduce our guest?
Oh my God, we have the amazing Peyton Dix on today. I'm literally so excited. That another Emerson College alumni.
Huge. She's a culture writer. She's a girls aficionado. She kind of like invented being a girl on the internet. Well,
honestly, invented being a modern girl on the internet.
Yeah, it's like she saw what Lena was doing and she's like, I'll raise you.
Well, she's one of the first girls, in my opinion, that was like, usually there's internet girls who are fully made on the internet, and she kind of like used a brand to leverage her own voice too. It was like she BuzzFeeded herself, but through really cool mediums.
Bustle?
BuzzFeed?
Paper.
Well, I'm saying
Didn't
like Paper's a lot cooler than BuzzFeed, but BuzzFeed had all these like celebrities come out of it.
There was like the BuzzFeed celebrity. She's kind of a paper mag celebrity.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're gonna cross dissolve to her now.
Woo!
Y'all, it's Peyton Dix.
Sorry, it's middle combo.
Right.
Oh my God, we're so excited to have you today.
Yeah, excited to be here.
She walked into her apartment with truly the best energy ever.
I know. I feel like you turned our day around already.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God. You know, we needed this.
We actually needed this. Celsius.
We really needed this.
We needed it. We needed it.
I think it's be so cool for people to watch this and be like, you're half a mile away from us.
I know. I'm not this segregation going on. What's going on here?
We literally took teams.
Should I scoot closer?
No.
Actually,
we wanted
it's gonna be amazing for TikTok clips.
Oh, love. Okay.
Cutting those verticals.
I've heard of TikTok. I hated that.
You on it? You on it?
No,
Sure.
You've heard of TikTok.
I've heard of it. People are talking.
I stalked your website last night. You know all about social media.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No normal response to that.
You
Thank
can't
you.
answer that question.
Yeah, thank you.
You literally just held the gun to her head. You literally
I
couldn't
did.
possibly answer that.
Put it down.
Sorry.
Put it down.
I didn't mean to go to war so soon in the episode.
Yeah, you said you brought up my LinkedIn. You said let's do it.
Oh, I actually was on your LinkedIn before this.
Literally?
Yeah, I was doing research. We had to find. That's how I knew you went to Emerson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bring that up. Cut that out. Just kidding.
No,
every
we can
single
cut that.
Emerson guest, we can cut this, has a traumatic story of Emerson. No positive tales from that place.
You know what I was watching last night? I watched The Hunger Games. Have we?
Yeah,
the new one?
just watched it 2 days ago.
Okay, you know when like the girls go on stage and they're like, "Howdy y'all!" That's what it's like to go to Emerson College. Is like the performance of Lucy Gray, her banjo. Like that's what every day of Emerson College felt like. Derogatory.
Did you know when you were
God.
there how bad it was, or not until after? Were you like, "What have I done?"
My mom knew. She said, "Okay." If this is where you want to be, I mean, going to Boston in general, especially as a Black woman, was crazy of me. I was like, sure, this is gonna feel like home.
Like the city's gonna love me.
The city's gonna love me. Yeah, like more of you. Yes. Breaking it didn't,
Well,
but like,
yeah.
Emerson is just. I don't know. It's very curious.
I wish I could hear one positive story of that place. I'll die before I hear a positive story of that place.
It won't come from these lips, I'll tell you that.
If anyone out there listening went to Emerson and it felt good about it, please let us know.
Well, my dad lives in Boston 3 days a week for a job, and he hates it. He grew up in Boston, lived in New York for 20 years, and now he goes back to Boston. And it's like, it's the worst thing ever. The only activities you can do in Boston are go for a run or go on a date with someone and that, and wear a vest. It's like there's nothing else you can possibly do in that stupid fucking city.
Yeah, or except like buy Patagonia. I don't know. It's
literally. There's
stressful.
a diesel
But Massachusetts
store.
is beautiful. Like Massachusetts,
Yes.
I put some respect on Massachusetts' name. I love Massachusetts. Very liberal, very like beautiful, scenic. It's Boston. Isn't that weird? That's the city that is nasty. Like that's the problem. You know?
I've always said Massachusetts would be the best state to live in if no one lived there. It'd be like
That's powerful
because it's gorgeous.
Write
like
that
what
down.
you're describing.
Write
Yeah,
that down.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Boston is a gorgeous city. Cape Cod is gorgeous, but then all the people that live there, I'm like, wait, please don't talk to me. Don't even look at me. I don't want to be in a conversation with any of you. But if you weren't here, I'd be having the best time of my life, personally. Yeah.
So just like evict everyone from Massachusetts. Will the three of us live there? That's it.
But not in the same area.
No,
we can all have different.
That sounds great.
Different
actually.
neighborhoods.
It's literally perfect.
They need a TV show about Boston because I don't know a single thing about
I
it.
don't, and that's enough.
Cheers.
And we're actually good. We've got cheers.
I thought that was New York.
I'm like, actually, almost every TV show could be based in Boston if they don't tell you they're in New York.
With the right attitude, everything could be based in Boston.
Even Always Sunny in Philadelphia is somehow in Boston.
Oh my god!
Keep the title.
Wait, I almost asked, "Where's it set?" That's on me, and that's because I went to Emerson College and I wouldn't know that answer. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Wait, what did you study? Like journalism?
Technically, my screenwriting was my major.
Oh,
Actually.
then technically that's amazing.
Yeah, I left LA to go to Boston to study screenwriting.
I want to learn where the greats learn.
Yeah, I want to follow the footsteps of.
Wait, were you in LA and you were like, I gotta get out of this town?
Yeah, I was that girl. Like, you know that? Oh, I wish I remember her name, Delaney. Speaking of TikTok, yeah, I'm on it. But she has this, like, I finally escaped and like from where? And she's like Pasadena. Like that was like me, but like the West Side. Like I was like, I was like, I gotta get out of this small town. Like I'll never grow.
LOL.
So here
I'm
we
obsessed.
Yeah.
Well, then how did you first find girls?
Yeah. Perfect question.
Yeah, well, great segue. Look what you did there. I feel like I ended up watching. Wait, what year did Girls come out? Like 2012.
2012.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Then I was like cuspy of like leaving high school, going into college, which felt obviously very right for.
It's a pivotal time
formative
to watch it.
Canon event. Yeah, to be like, these are my sisters.
Right. You're like, this is what it's gonna be like
Oh
when
my
I
God,
grow up.
they were holding your hand.
Yeah,
they were literally holding your hand as you were going through college.
Did the show make you be like, and I have to go to New York next?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And I like hate admitting that. I wish that wasn't on the record. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch a lot. Like, I feel like I skipped, and I know how this sounds now, but I skipped Sex and the City. I didn't do,
right.
It didn't like land for me. Or maybe I missed the time.
Well, that's why you moved to Bushwick and not West Village.
Yeah. And then I was like,
that's
I'm going to be different.
By bike.
I have, for the record, watched Sex and the City. No, don't bring that up. Did you bring up my bike accident already? We just started. Thanks for the trigger. Yeah.
That is so real, though. It's like somebody who moved to the city because they saw Sex and the City doesn't get in a bike accident.
Yeah, no, they live.
Yeah. But like somebody who moves to the city because they saw girls, it's like, yeah, they would get in a bike accident.
Yeah, I'm like,
so
I'm like, classic me. Classic Hannah things. Yeah. To be hit by an artist in Bushwick with no insurance. So yes, I saw.
Oh my God, not an artist.
Yeah, an artist.
They don't know how to use brakes.
Yeah, he was like, I don't have money, but I can give you some of my art. I was like, you don't
I
ever say
some of my art.
I don't want your art.
I'm like, if you are an artist, if you're a white male cis artist in Bushwick, put the art down.
We know you have money. Yeah. We know you have money.
Yeah. There's generational wealth somewhere in there, please.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Wait, so you watched it, you loved it?
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, you were in college. You're kind of like, the girls were holding your hand. Yeah, you're at Emerson. Sorry, we've literally already detailed every single aspect of your life.
We're like, let's do a plot outline.
And relationship with your mother. Let's get into it. Which, great. Love her. Okay.
Wait, shout out.
She's in my apartment right now, leaving to go to she came for Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
No, it's time. Don't do that. It's been a week. I'm like, get the fuck
She's been
out.
here for a
it's
week.
time to go. It's time to pack it up. I think 2 days max.
That's what I said, but it changed.
Do you think fish are like guests are like fish? It's like you can't have them past 3 days because they start smelling. That's a famous expression.
Is that
famous? It's like guests are like fish because after 3 days they start to smell.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Write that one down too.
Write that one down.
Yeah. No, but exactly that. I was like 3 days I was like living, loving, laughing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I'm so all over. Oh my God, I feel like we're doing more of me than the show, and I keep
no. That's what the podcast is about.
It's time to dive in though. Should we synopsize season 4, episode 1?
Love what you just said.
All real words here. I only speak truth. Ready, set, go.
Hannah's got a bow tie in her hair, and she's eating a little bit of bow tie pasta with her parents as they're waiting for Adam to come as she's getting ready to go to Iowa. Beatty and Jessa are in their apartment, and Beatty's little bitch daughter comes in and is like, time to take her away because you tried to kill her, and I'm not going to call the police, but I should be. And I was in Orange is the New Black.
Natasha Lyonne is Beatty's daughter, which is absolutely amazing. And then, of course, Shoshanna graduates NYU. We get to meet Shoshanna's parents, figure out what that whole deal was. Shoshanna's, of course, graduating late. So she's like, whatever, guys, be cool. Like, let me just get the PDFs on the way, like, leave me alone. And then Marnie has a jazz brunch that the whole gang shows up for. Rita Wilson, her mother's there, telling her to get fake hair. I mean, it's all... sorry.
Shit. Okay, I'm ready. We did, for some reason, skip Marnie getting her ass eaten. Okay, very pivotal moment of Girls in general. The worst performance that I've ever seen in my entire life, but obviously we'll get into it and how camp it was. And then there's fuck, what happened? Hannah leaves at the end of it, gets in a fight with Jessa. Jessa's being a bitch again. We are over a minute. It is fine. But it ends with her in the car with her parents fighting, and she leaves, and Adam is actually secretly awake when she left. Sad.
Yeah, that made me sick to my stomach.
Made me sick. I hate men.
And that's 1 minute.
Yeah, that was over a minute, but I love that for us.
No. You did it really fast.
Did
Mostly we're going up to a 4-minute mark.
You guys talk fast.
We tried
Are you youthful? How old are you guys?
25.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so we'll slow down with age.
yeah. You'll be like, wait a minute.
Feels like every year I get quicker.
No, every year I get so much slower. I love that about the way you spoke, though. It felt great. It felt right.
You.
It's like, oh shit.
We're also trained professionals. Like we have to do this 8 times.
You kind of famously
week.
have a podcast. Yeah.
Which it's like we have gotten feedback like slow down. There's no need to talk that quick. Like we're here
like, no.
and we're like, all right, well, it doesn't feel that way, so we're gonna keep it up.
We're trying to keep it under an hour for you.
Yeah.
We're doing this for you.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, okay, so that's the episode. But before we dive into that, we do have to ask you one of the most important questions in the world.
This is huge. Girl, what girl are you?
Hated that so much. Do it one more time.
Girl, what girl are you?
Okay, that felt good. I felt that in my veins. I am truly a okay, I think I'm a Marnie moon, Hannah sun, probably Hannah rising too. I want to say like Shosha somewhere in me. She's not. She's too good for me, but
double Hannah in your chart.
Double Hannah in my chart for sure. She is too good for me. She's too good for all of us. We don't deserve her. No one did.
I do love the self-aware because sometimes people come on the pod and be like, I'm so Shosh, and I'm like, you wish you were.
Has anyone ever said that they were Jessa?
Wait, yes.
Who?
Yeah, name them.
Ryland.
Oh, Rylan.
But didn't actually get the name right. They called her Jenna?
Well, it's
Okay, well
perfect.
then that's actually incredibly Jessa. Actually, because I was like, no one's a Jessa.
It is perfect though because you said Rylan's name wrong. There's no D in her name.
Ryland.
Yeah.
Ryland is just like okay. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Love and respect.
Yes.
So on it. Yes.
And that's yes.
I can't get out of this.
So you're Hannah as hell.
Hannah is hell, Marnie is fuck. I feel like the older I got, like when I was first watching the show, I was like, I'm so Jessa. You see this skirt?
Yeah, you're like,
Fucking-
I
see
wear
these
cool pants.
Jessa is fuck. No, I wish. No, not I wish, actually. The older I get, the more I'm like, thank God for Marnie.
Thank God.
Fuck Jessa. And the only person that I truly believe is actually a Jessa is Jemima Kirk.
Yeah.
That's it. Otherwise, you don't want to be
you're either Caroline Calloway or you're not a part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get it. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Part of it.
That's kind of
You're like on a different show. It's a different
That's
show. But
so
yeah,
funny.
I just feel like I ride for Marnie so hard, but I don't think I come off as a Marnie.
I
Unless
wouldn't
maybe
pin
really
you
knew me.
immediately, but I'm like, maybe you secretly have a Google Calendar that you follow.
I mean, Virgo rising in real, so kind
Yeah.
of.
Do you have a Google Calendar you follow?
Yeah, my calendar's like fucked in the way that it is so beautiful if you looked at it.
Can we take a look after this?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out my Google Calendar game in the last few weeks.
It's like it's not my Google Calendar, it's my physical calendar. I have a physical.
You literally
gigantic
legally have to show
calendar
me
that's
that.
like,
It's color coded.
One of the biggest stressors in my life right
for,
now
like,
is not
different
figuring
events
out
and
what.
things.
Well, colors are really hard, and then I have to map them out to myself, and then I have to make a calendar about colors that I care about. I don't want to get there.
Oh God! Don't cry! Don't cry! Don't
Don't
cry!
cry,
It's
don't
so hard, and
cry.
I know it can help my life a lot. I know it can help my life a lot to have a calendar to
Things can
wrap my head
change.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
We
You'll
will.
get
We'll
there.
work
I'm
on
gonna
it
have to take a look.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I'll work with you on it.
Thank you so much. You're the nicest girl I've ever met.
Oh my God, thanks.
Wait, Evan, girl, what girl are you this week?
Yeah, I need to know. This week, I love. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we switch it up episode to episode.
Wait, I'm oh my God, the artist's daughter's name.
Oh, you're Natasha. What?
I'm
Is
Natasha.
I
that
don't know her
character's
name in it. I don't remember.
The way I have to pull it up
The
on
way she
IMDb.
walked in.
No, why?
outfit?
What happened? That was homophobic. I was like, this is actually an act of violence that I'm watching right now. That hat that like wouldn't sit straight on her head, the button all the way to the top button. I was like, this isn't like someone got hurt here.
It
like
was
Her name is like
cracking me
Fifi
up.
or something.
Phoebe.
I definitely got it wrong.
I just love the socks with Birkenstocks. Like it's so obvious that like the costume department was like, we have to have fun today.
yeah.
Oh,
We
I
have
love
to have fun.
Shoshanna this episode.
You're Shoshanna.
Oh, I love that.
Well, I think I'm hoping to be Shoshanna.
Always.
Oh, Ricky.
Well,
Ricky is the daughter's
Ricky.
name.
I'm like, how honest do I be?
What truth do I tell?
Well, because
Tell the
I went through a
truth.
breakup exactly 1 week ago today. So I'm kind of being like,
You're
what-
announcing on the
Yeah.
pod?
No, I don't know if I should include that.
Let me know now.
You can always decide later.
Do you think I should talk about it?
Yeah, it's good.
I think so too, and it is relevant.
Okay,
to
then
Shoshanna.
fine. I'm gonna go for it.
That's such a little convincing. I love it.
All right, want to.
Fine. Yeah.
You just grew 1 foot.
Well, it's just like the amount of like you have to. Shoshanna in this scene is like she was trying to pull her. I think it's like I want to be Shoshanna,
Yes.
right? Where Shoshanna is having this realization in this moment with Ray, where she's like, she had a lot of hate towards him for leaving her and like doing the thing that was necessarily right for him in that moment, even after all this growth and all that she necessarily gave to him. And now she's like took a step back and be like, hey, I found forgiveness for this person. But she had a lot of anger for a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a lot of anger for a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping one day I can be a Shoshanna. But right now I'm a really angry Shoshanna like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Right, you're prancing on Marnie on the bed, so
Yeah,
I'm
screaming,
prancing.
I hate you.
Yes, yeah, which is a very, I don't know, I love, I mean, breakups are the kind of the worst thing a person could ever go through, experience, do, feel.
Literally.
But also it's like the most powerful time of your life to be like having all of that anger and like letting it, God, not me being like, but allowing yourself to like be like, I'm actually so pissed is like so fun and formative. Like great
Thank you.
era.
And also really
You'll
empathetic right now.
You'll level out later, but like
I'm gonna learn. I'm learning a lot already in 1 week. Like I literally am like I'm actually a different person.
Yeah.
If you were to talk to me, you wouldn't recognize me.
Yeah.
I was, as someone who they broke up and then I spent Thanksgiving with them.
Okay.
Oh
In
yeah,
the-
2
in the-
days later, Thanksgiving back in my family home in Westchester.
Okay.
Amelia comes with me. The
Yeah.
more so turns we had to take this whole time.
I mean, I learned so much.
There's
And
so much that happened.
there-
Also, holiday breakups, fucking Christ.
I had to go
I had to be
right
with my
back
family.
I had to be vulnerable in front of my parents. Can
Yeah.
you imagine what I had to go through?
You're like,
It's
no,
ridiculous.
just wait 1 week. Like,
1 week.
between Thanksgiving and like Christmas, we could at least leave. Up to,
Yeah.
too much.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days.
Evan's kind of non-verbal in the family home, listening to a breakup playlist while I sit there and talk
Correct.
to their mom about
Yeah.
pie.
You're kind of carrying the weight. Thank you for your service. Yeah, I need it.
Happy to serve.
Happy to serve. Happy to
Amelia was literally serving. I should have served a fucking Purple Heart. She wore the cutest little damn outfit. But she really took emotional toll. Like all of Thanksgiving meal, I was like, I immediately got like a wave of depression. I was like, okay, Amelia, time to perform. Girl.
Yeah.
Get
It's
that
your
energy
center
off
stage,
of me.
babe.
Yeah, I was like, I'm up. My tap shoes are on.
You're warm. You're so warm. Great. Get out there. Get out there. Yeah.
No,
Oh, I
we
love
love
Okay,
you.
you.
love
I
that for you
you,
guys.
girl.
It's so sweet. Yeah. You actually need a friend like that. That's allyship.
Yeah, that's all I ship.
Okay,
guys,
sorry. Enough.
I know.
No, so you're aspirationally Shoshanna this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, girl, what girl are you? Do you want to ask with me? Because I know much you hate it.
Yeah, it felt fun. Okay, girl, what girl
Well,
are
We'll do it to
you?
Amelia.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Girl, what girl are you?
You killed it.
Eight?
You killed it.
Nice.
You ate.
Thank you.
This might be crazy to hear and might start some fights, but I think I'm Jessa this week.
Can I say something to
What?
validate your feelings? You're Jessa this week.
For the first time.
I love that this week. That actually makes it so much more like niche and specific and like
For the
yeah.
first time ever, I
There's
feel
a
like
lot.
Jessa, the way, so we can get into it as we lean into Lena, but the way that Jessa is so sad that her friend is leaving,
yeah.
and instead of being like, I'm sad
Yeah.
you're leaving, has to be so evil and
Yes,
mean and
yes.
act crazy and act completely unbothered in a mean way.
Yeah, in the
Is-
meanest way
yeah.
possible.
Is me as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I am so like bad at emotions that like when I'm like, oh, I'm sad this is happening, I'm like, I'm about to be so bitchy and edgy
Yeah.
instead. I
It
really saw
is
myself in
true.
her.
You're,
Yeah.
You're being full Jessa right now.
Literally.
It's a hard day
Literally.
for my friend
Like,
too.
she's been a bitch all morning.
That actually.
Are you a Scorpio Aries? Is what
Aries, Sun, Scorpio, Moon.
Fucking-
That's crazy.
It's called being a lesbian.
That
you know
was-
these things.
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we'll get to you later, but
So
God, I love that for you.
Yeah. But it is like Jess is so evil. I'm seeing her be so evil, but I'm also seeing me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we have to journal some more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna work that
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I love give it a minute on that.
No. I love the quiet, the silence after that. We held space for that.
We held space for that. We have an amazing next segment for you too.
I'm ready.
It's time to lean into Lena. Emerald, let's all lean. Oh God.
We make people act out kind of a roller coaster beginning.
No, it's cool.
Lena's 4 years into writing a show. She kind of knows what she's doing right about now.
She knows what she's doing.
And I noticed that watching this episode. I was like, she is a writer.
I got burnt out watching this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like she's working so hard. I'm like, you're gonna burn out. The amount you're giving right now, I'm like, it's gonna come crash. You're about to move to South London for a while.
It did for a minute. And she bounced back. You know, we had a moment, but we were like, not too much, queen. But she did, yeah. She really like, I mean, I always say like in general, I actually had written an article about this a while ago where I was just like, it's really, you know, we can spend a lot of time on like separating the artist from the art, but I truly think like Lena Dunham is a phenomenal writer, and she's cool go bananas when it comes to how she operates in the world sometimes, but like you will not look me in the eye and tell me she's not a good writer. Like that is she writes what she knows, which is mostly like, yes, white women, millennial subject matter really fucking well.
Yeah.
I won't hear anything. I won't hear any slander about the writing.
Yeah. It is like all our TikTok comments are like, I gotta give it to her, amazing writer. Immediately followed by like, I hate her guts and I hope she drowns.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right.
Well, that's when you know you've made it.
But that's when you know.
Sorry,
it's like
I'm praying for a death threat. I'm like, someone be like, Peyton sucks. Like, I'm like, I need to be on like one side. I want to get canceled just once. You know?
Yeah, you deserve it.
Thank you. Maybe this podcast, who knows what'll come out of it.
We're happy to provide the platform to make it happen, to make your dreams a reality.
Finally.
But no, okay, leaning into Lena. Let's just go girl by girl plot.
Right. Okay, let's start with Marnie because it's a fun one.
Yeah.
Okay. To allude what you were saying earlier, Marnie getting her ass ate by Desi and then saying, what did Desi say? She's like, I love you too.
Yeah, he says, I love that. She goes, I love you too. Which is so indicative of their entire relationship, obviously.
Oh my God. So we last season finale, we left off Marnie's kissing Desi in the dressing room. Clementine's attacking her character. Clementine is Desi's current partner. And then we see in this scene, Clementine shows up to the brunch and is like, hey, I'm sorry I was crazy. Meanwhile, Marnie, we just saw like getting ass eaten out by Desi, says to her, no worries, and I would never do anything crazy like that.
Yeah. And what was it? It was I'm just realizing I'm just seeing the wall actually for the first time. To take a moment. And I love it, obviously.
It's
so much.
Okay, describe what you're seeing.
I'm seeing
no one has heard of it.
titties everywhere, left and right. Maybe double D. Maybe we're getting like A+ cup. Just a lot of beautiful Playboy titties for anyone, for the viewers at home.
Is it bad?
No, I love it.
Okay, go.
It feels actually important for this conversation.
Okay.
There's no hims in our home, but we said we gotta make a man cave.
Yeah, for once. Everyone should have a man cave, at least a man corner.
Yeah.
It's very Hunter Schafer driving a pickup truck.
Yes, correct. I'm sorry to have, I just was like, it caught me and I don't know how I missed it for some reason. But
we were a little worried because we're like, oh, we just made a porn wall for all our guests to look at for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But it's kind of perfect.
No, it suits the narrative. Yeah, come on.
And it does make sense for this conversation because this is HBO. They're giving us sex for real.
So HBO, they were fucking. They were fucking at HBO for sure. That was actually, I remember when that was such a, actually, I think it really still is, considering the streaming services, maybe a little bit more. Showtime's like trying to edge it up, but like HBO was really like the formative, like bad girl TV. Like you are a bad naughty girl if you are watching HBO Girls starring Lena Dunham. But I think even this scene, I feel like, you know what's so crazy? What is her? Allison Williams.
Yeah.
There we go. Who just really, I'm sure she's so sick of defending the fact that she's like, I'm not like Marnie. We're like, sure. Yeah. But she was just like talking about her parents having to like watch in an interview, having to watch that scene, and like, you know, she obviously has limited sex scenes in general, and that one like is so formative to me because I was like, yeah, you're getting your ass eaten too. You're not just like in Missionary Babe, which she mostly is,
right.
But yeah, I feel like when I think about her as a character, the thing that I love is like she's always at least trying, and she's not doing well, but she's trying, she's taking risks, she's doing new things, she's flopping. But it's that tweet that's like, we need less girl bosses and more girl failures. And I'm like, that is Marnie coded as hell. She is flopping, she is failing, but it's so beautiful.
It really is brave how fearless she goes into her flops.
Yes. Yeah.
I find it empowering. But it is cool because it's like, yeah, she's kind of being evil in the way that she's like being like the other woman.
Yeah.
But she's also being a really amazing friend to Hannah this episode.
Yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. Also, sorry, if your girlfriend's name is Clementine, like you're kind of asking to be. I don't know. You can't be legally named Clementine and be like
secondary fruit.
Yeah, you're gonna get cheated on with that name, okay? A secondary. But I feel like the thing and I think that came with aging with this show and rewatching it so many times is watching Marnie. Like the thing that always stays true to Marnie is that she is like a really good friend to Hannah.
Yeah.
And like that, like her excitement for her when she gets into Iowa, the way she shows up for her at 6 a.m. when her damn boyfriend won't even
wake up.
Please.
Fake asleep.
Yeah. That cut deep. But yeah, she shows up for her in a way that I think is always a constant in the show.
Yeah, and it's like even though Marnie sings at the drag brunch and it doesn't go well because like there's kids running around and she feels really embarrassed. She's crying on the street. She leaves without saying goodbye to Hannah, and Hannah's like, Marnie didn't even say bye to me. Yeah. And then it's like knock, 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 6 a.m. And she's like, brought you a coffee. Love you, girl. And it's like.
And to Leslie's, when it came to roast her fucking ass, you'd be perfect. You play an amazing victim. Which is kind of true. Marnie does play the perfect victim.
No. Marnie would kill it.
SVU and in real life.
That scene in general is so iconic. One, the feather in her hair. I'm like, Queen Ting.
Bring us back.
She would have absolutely worn like a Native American headdress to Coachella and like truly been like, I don't understand the problem. Like she would have done that. She was a Vanessa Hudgens of her time. But like that scene where Elijah just kind of like, I mean, I love their dynamic in general together. Elijah and Marnie are even like fun. I'm sorry, when they hook up, I was like, this is hot. Like I want in. I don't know why, but it really
I'm like more than 3 pumps.
Yeah.
I know. Actually, the thing about getting more comfortable with your gay sexuality is you're ready to eat out a woman one time.
Once, come on.
I'm always like, I'm getting closer and closer.
I had no idea.
And also I had to tell my truth. The thing about straight sex is like, even when he was eating out her ass, it's like, is that something to do with vagina still? Because I don't know what behind is. Girls and guys can do something from behind that still hits the vagina. That doesn't make any mathematical sense to my little brain.
You're like, this is the math is mathing. Something's
I don't know how you can go from behind and hit it in the front.
We're learning actually so much here. This is sex ed for
This is sex ed. This is anatomy.
I have to go back to something that is so funny to me is that you called it a drag brunch, and the funniest thing about that is like you so live in Bushwick because like it was a jazz brunch.
It was jazz brunch.
And you said drag brunch because you're like, no, let's up the ante. Yeah, no, I loved that. Oh, that was so. Thank you for bringing that.
No, I'm so glad I could provide that.
Yeah, I needed it actually.
That's so. I guess I did a drag brunch at night. 2 weeks ago, where I did my first drag performance there.
Oh my god.
And it was amazing. And I ate a girl's guacamole with my finger in the middle of my performance, and the girls ate it up. Like I ate their guacamole and they ate it up, and I shoved my dirty hand in there.
I felt
like,
it.
Sorry, shit. Yeah, it was you. Yeah, like, loved it. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's really perfect. Well, Marnie, there is just so much about it. I mean, for her to run out crying. I mean, both Amelia and I do live performance. So like the trials and tribulations, like you're hearing children laugh in the middle of your stand-up sets all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And like you really have to fucking be hard about it and like power through. And Marnie's like being so new to this.
She's
like when you
so
first start miking, you're so sensitive.
They don't care about my music. And it's like, yeah, there's 7.
You're inside the middle of the Smith right now.
They don't. Also, this song sucks.
It's so bad.
I do have to, I feel like oh, sorry. That was so like I'm about to say something so important, but like, it really wasn't. I just put my finger up and cleared my throat at the same time. But I love thinking about like the relationship dynamic between Marnie's mom, Rita Wilson, obviously, and Marnie is so, I feel like, important to the context of their relationship and also how the way Marnie learns to show up for people, which is obviously like problematic, but again, doing her best. And this is a little bit of a tangent, but when I saw Rita Wilson as Marnie's mom, I finally understood Chet Hanks.
I've always said
Sit
you can
with
tell
that.
so much about a mom by what iPhone phone case she has.
Yeah.
You can tell so much by a mom by
The
what kind of
ring.
iPhone.
Yeah.
And a lot of moms have that.
What was that? Like,
It
it was
Yeah.
like brass knuckles.
Yeah,
looking
literally.
thing.
It was
but
one
if
of
you're in
those
LA,
ones with the brass
moms
knuckles.
would have had that at the
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Absolutely. They got it at something like a boutique that one of their friends owns.
Taking aimless, blurry photos that don't make any sense. Yeah. of
Somebody
course.
commented on like a Rita Wilson clip and was like, I don't know any moms that act like this. And I just want to say Evan's mom is just like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom would have that iPhone case.
Yeah, my mom probably does.
That's like, you can clip in fake hair, Marnie. Come on. And she's like, I have enough.
I have enough hair. Yeah.
But it's like the idea that like in the same way that Marnie is like supportive or present, but not necessarily always saying nice things to Hannah.
Yeah.
It's like her mom is also like showing up to things, but not maybe saying the kindest words at the function.
She knows the song. Like, she knows the song. She
She's
knows the
mouthing
lyrics.
it.
So sweet. But also just like also trying to be like, let's make you prettier. Even though like there's no way to come back from that like J. Crew jumper and like
J.Crew.
fucked blazer. I don't know what she was
the
wearing.
I didn't know Chevron could act that way.
Her fabric could lie that way. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it could fall like that.
Yeah, it's
But
not
to bring
right.
it back to Elijah, he's like, stop being a sissy bitch. If you want to be in the music industry, you gotta shape up. And she's like, Elijah, where are your manners?
Yes, a beautiful line. What was he saying to her when he was like
The Lady Gaga.
Yes.
And what was the
Yeah.
other one? Liza Minnelli?
Judy Garland.
Judy
Judy Garland.
Judy
Judy Garland.
It's like,
And
what-
Marnie be like, they're both white. Like, I don't know.
it's like at this point when people are like, they don't realize, like, I feel like so many people critique the show, they don't get that they're in on the joke.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
babes, it's satire.
Yeah.
Like, Marnie knows what she's doing. Well,
Well,
Marnie doesn't.
Marnie's an asterisk on that.
Yeah. LOL.
Exact. Perfect segue to Shoshanna.
Shoshanna graduates.
Oh my god, Mel and Mel.
Yeah, Mel and Mel.
Yeah, wait. How do
we
you
see
feel?
their parents a lot? I feel
No,
like I
that's the
don't
only
remember.
episode.
The first
you
time
might
we-
you see the other Mel, the mom Mel, I think again, but you don't see the dad again.
Okay, because I was gonna say when I was watching the scene of them, I didn't remember them at all, and I was like, maybe I forgot, or they just weren't in it that much in the show.
This is really the only episode I know for sure, and I think
Yeah.
maybe you see the mom one more time because Shoshana does get engaged, but she's not there.
How do we feel
we're
about
gonna go through
Shoshanna's parents?
Also feels, I mean, I love my badge of honor is being a child of divorce, obviously from LA. And I feel like that LA, yeah. At that point, I was like, just do it already. Grow up. I want to be cool too. I want drama. I feel like the relationship dynamic. I mean, I love one of my favorite lines. Not to go back to the leaning into Lena bit, but one of my favorite lines was Shoshanna at brunch talking about her parents being like, it was the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and it was the first thing that ever happened to me. And I loved that line. I thought it was so specific to Shosh, obviously just like really well written in general, but
Yeah.
very, I feel like indicative of a child of divorce and also a child of those types of parents that like
yeah,
yeah.
like we really understand Shoshanna's kind of nervous chaos
Yeah.
meeting on a gas iron. Who's the guy actor?
No, I have no idea.
Couldn't
I
tell
thought
you.
it was the guy from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, but it's like that's on him. It's just a different bald guy. He the bellhop. Wait, not the
The
bellhop.
bellhop.
Wait, because the bellhop was like
No.
Latinx.
He's like,
Yeah. But I was like, maybe.
It's
I
a
was
different
like,
bald guy. Wait,
Mr. Mosby.
I'm watching.
Just kidding.
Yes.
Yes, actually, it was Mr. Mosby.
Wait.
Anthony Edwards is the
the actor name?
I'm watching Young Sheldon as an English teacher in that.
He's
My breakup show has been Young Sheldon. It's one of the sickest things that ever
Oh
happened
my
to
god,
a
it's
person.
my grandmother's favorite show.
It's a bad
and so
show.
so things aren't going well. That's, so we're working on it. Yeah,
really
yeah,
not
let's check
good.
on Evan.
Yeah.
But it's the only
Um,
thing really available on Netflix with 5 seasons on it that I haven't seen yet. So I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to be a Young
Gotta
Sheldon
dive in.
stan.
Yeah, I love that for you, actually.
It's so twisted.
Shoshanna's haircut's crazy.
Talking about haircut,
Oh.
Shoshanna's haircut.
Hannah's hair.
fuck ass bob. What the hell? And her bangs are like nearing turf level. We're not there yet, but I was just like, we like can't
It's the
do
Oompa
that.
Loompa cut.
It's real.
Oompa
It's
Loompa
not for her
cut.
face.
Or, what am I thinking of? Willy
Her
Wonka.
hair is so shiny though.
Anthony
Oh,
Depp.
Her-
Yeah.
A
with
Violet
the like
Beauregard.
I'm actually thinking of
An actual Oompa Loompa?
not Anthony Depp,
of
Johnny
Willy-
Depp.
playing
Willy Wonka.
Oh, yes.
on a first name
Coconut
basis
Head.
with Willy.
Yeah.
It's Coconut Head Ned's the classified haircut almost.
smoothest
Love,
hair in
love.
the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
but
did she
he
do
ate that. She did not. Yeah,
She got a keratin treatment for her short hair. This is ridiculous.
but they both of them having bobs is so not right in my spirit.
It didn't feel good.
It didn't feel good.
Thank God Marnie had like balayage. I was like, take me home, girl.
Barely at best.
Yeah.
Wait, why does no one ever have a good haircut in this show?
I know.
That's kind of the
Especially
extent. I mean,
Hannah.
but because Jessa exists. And who
Jessa
famously
is
has
killing
the
it
hair.
in her
Yeah.
pantsuit, being such an evil cunt.
So
Wait, is that a pantsuit or overalls?
Overall,
Because I have something to say about overalls a little bit.
You said
I
speak
wrote
on
it
it
down.
and speak on it. Yeah, I got something to say about overalls. No, I need to hear it. What is it?
Oh,
dive in.
well, I actually didn't actually think of it yet. I was just hoping to get there.
Okay, we'll get there in the last
I was
segment.
so ready.
I was like, I need to think about it actually.
So I lied. I'm a liar.
Shoshanna, of course, graduates. We meet her parents. She says she is there for 1 minute to talk to Ray. She's like, I don't really want to watch Marnie because female folk artists remind me of car trips and feeling sick. Do we remember that? It's such a throwaway
exactly.
line.
Yes, before she apologizes.
Well, then Hannah goes on a road trip, and her parents are especially doing folk music, aka having a life moment, and they had talking about Fig Newtons.
Oh my God, the
right.
Fig
And nothing
Newtons.
more
that
than a
detail.
folk song than Fig Newtons in a life moment.
Yeah.
I love Fig Newton.
And for
Sorry,
those listening
Sumi.
at home that are like,
We're good.
what? It's like, read a book.
Yeah, at the end of the episode, Hannah's getting in her car to go to Iowa with her parents, and they're like talking about Fig Newtons. They're like, we're not gonna be able to stop for a sec. Actually, we have a whole thing of Fig Newtons.
Yeah.
It actually can keep you going for upwards of 10 hours. A whole pack of
Absolutely.
Fig Newtons.
I think so too. 12? That's actually too much. Like, it's actually not great for your stomach. But yeah, I was like, this little detail, unfortunately, also was extremely my mother to be like, we've got food, and the food is like the nastiest bar you've ever seen.
Right. They're all smushed and melted.
Yeah,
and it's like,
of
yeah, I don't want Wendy's.
Oh, it's like ice cream when it like melts and it freezes again. It's like, we don't want that shape.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Let's
that
just
had nothing to do with it.
cut our
I was thinking of
losses.
the bottom of a purse. Okay, we'll move on.
Anything we want to say
Wasn't a
about
real
Ray and Shoshanna? Whatever, we get it.
Well, I kind of brought it up in my own personal experience, but I mean, it is a real je ne sais quoi moment.
Yeah, she's like, sorry, I acted crazy. I hate Ray in this. He's so pleased with himself.
I hate Ray in general. I don't like why he's really old to be hanging out with these children. It's
He's
really
fucking
weird.
old. He shows up with a backpack and basketball shorts to jazz brunch.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
Get a job.
And
get a grip and get a job. Get a real job.
Fuck you.
The whole time, it's like Ray is just not like an adult.
It's just crazy to me that Shoshanna's like, I'm so sorry, I'm crazy, like I should have been more mature in this. And it's like, no, Ray was fucking gross and random the whole time. You're fine, girl.
And
he's
so
like
young.
He's like,
and
welcome to
cool.
the real world. I'm like, babe, you haven't entered it.
Well, my dad, every single time he sees Amelia, will do 35 minutes on HBO Girls. And he's always caught up to date where we are watching episodes. So he just finished season 3.
Okay,
he did 35 minutes. He'll never tell me about it, but he'll tell Amelia every single thought he had about girls.
Of course.
And he's like, and for 20 minutes of it, it's like him defending the male characters and talking about how much he loves Ray.
Of course.
I'm like, you are 55. You love Ray because he's a 55-year-old man. You can't even relate to these. I'm like, he's bad. He has bad news.
It's creepy that he hangs out with them so much. I'm like,
it needs
what?
to stop.
Why do you have so much free time? And
But
Shoshanna's the youngest of them.
Let's
So I'm like,
say,
leave her
don't you have a lot
alone.
of friends that are 7 years older than you when you moved to New York City?
Yeah, but that's, I feel like a queer thing and like a gay thing, and none of them are gay enough. Not even Elijah. But like, I was just like, I feel like that, you know, when you're gay, you kind of transcend age.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Write that down. Don't write that
Our
out.
other Emerson guest said that as well, basically.
Another Emerson guest said that?
But said about a straight relationship, how girls are always naturally older than boys.
Yeah, well, that's why I feel like they.
Ivy Wolk.
Oh, genius.
I went to Emerson?
Ivy Wolk went to Emerson for 1 year.
Too many people went to Emerson.
Well,
1 year. Yeah, okay.
1 year, and then they had to drop out because it was so
Fuck outta
evil.
here. Yeah,
You're actually our 4th Emerson guest.
That's not right.
It's too many.
Stop letting us
Almost
down.
more than NYU. Actually, more than NYU, we've had Emerson guests.
Really?
Yeah.
That's haunted.
Wait, so what are your thoughts on Jessa? Let's dive in.
In general or in this episode?
Both.
Yeah, you can do both. We'll let you.
Fine. Yeah. In general, again, used to be like hardcore Jessa fan. In general, Jemima Kirk is the most just freaky and like only Jemima Kirk could play Jessa, and I will die on that hill. But I do think that there's so much initial obvious charm and beauty of her that is so captivating, and then you realize it's like, oh bitch, what? Like you actually like are the performance. It's very like if you ever went to art school and you met like, I don't know, like a kid with like generational wealth who like is like, I'm gonna be poor on like as an act of resistance, and it's like, don't do that. It's very like the minute you read through her bullshit, I feel like you just lose like the sparkle that is her. Unfortunately for me, in general, that's how I ended up feeling about her. Though I do think she has a lot of really vulnerable moments that have like changed the course of my heart and life. But in general, I'm like, I don't really think she's a good person. And we need to like, you can be pretty unproblematic. I famously am. Tell everyone you know. Yeah, I think like in this episode particularly is actually a really good representation of that in both the scenes with Beadie and with Hannah. With Beadie, you know, again, you get to see a version of like the person she can be, but also I do like, of course, she would help someone try and die, but in a way that was like a good, I don't know, like memory for her, but also like she was kind of into it. But I feel like when you see her with Beadie begging her to say that like, you know, Beadie loves her more, you see like, oh, this person is so, I've never seen anyone look so beautiful in like a perfect light, leaning perfectly into her hand. I'm like, oh my God, you're heaven. And then you immediately see her with Hannah and I'm like, you're hell. You are hell. You're a hellish person.
She
and
really
you're fucking
is.
overalls. Well, maybe come back to overalls. I don't know. But like, it's just like, you were like, if any friend treated me like that, I would just be like, and the way Hannah was like, yeah, I tried to reach out to you because I'm leaving tomorrow. And she goes, maybe. And she's like, well, it would have had to happen because I'm leaving tomorrow. And she was like, shoot, darn. And I'm like, that is not a friend. And I understand, and I'm holding space for you as a Scorpio Aries. We'll come back to that too. But I do feel like, you know, I wanted her to grow more as a friend for Hannah, and she kind of never does. In fact,
she never does.
They stop being friends. Yeah.
No, it's kind of devastating because it's like obviously Jessa is just being like really hurt by Hannah. Because like when Hannah's like, it feels like you're mad at me, and she's like, well, you're pussing out. You told me to not like die in rehab and come get my shit together in New York, and I'm here, and now you're fucking leaving. Like, how dare you? And Hannah's like, well, can't you zoom out and like think of me and like how this could be big for me and like be happy for that? And it's like Jessa's so like tired of being abandoned. I mean, also it's like every fucking episode a new person abandons Jessa. Like now Beadie is moving to Connecticut, the poor girl. She's like, finally I have an old woman that makes me feel like I'm allowed to be alive.
Yeah.
And that's gone. And then Hannah is like her friend that's like with her even though she's evil through whatever. And it's like now her friend that like really forgives her for being evil constantly is leaving. Like she's devastated.
That New York line where you were like, we were gonna stay here and figure it out together, and then now you're just gonna go up and leave. If you want to be alone, just say that. It's like, no, this is her only option right now, and it's an amazing option for Hannah. She's chasing an opportunity for her, and it's not in New York. And she did promise Jessa that she would stay, but it's one of those promises that you like can't ever really keep.
Well, it's called, you know, like being alive. Which is
literally.
And I feel like a character or a person like Jessa is someone who, at the end of the day, granted, yes, abandonment issues up the ass, and Hannah, you know, obviously is no saint. No one's ever called her that, and she's also, they're all selfish people. Like, they're like the thing that tethers them all together is that they're all so selfish.
Yeah, it's beautiful, really.
It's actually, no, it's gorgeous. Women.
Oh my God.
Women. But I just shouldn't have said that. But I feel like
you're canceled.
Yeah,
here's your moment, girl.
Hey, women are all women are selfish.
For you.
You take that clip just for a second.
Yeah.
The episode's just that clip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that there's something that like there would have been more of an understanding or space for the accomplishment or the, you know, openness to life changing around you and life changing for Hannah. And she was just so, you know, I guess unable to do that in that moment, but she does that constantly with her relationship with Hannah in a way that I was like, I'm tired.
It's unrelenting.
Yeah.
We're 4 seasons in, but it is also like Hannah is so in her own world of like, I'm about to change my life. Why is my friend mad? Not seeing like, oh, like how it is being perceived by Jessa.
Yeah.
Like Hannah's also like, why are you being mean? I don't get it. And it's like, okay, well, you're abandoning your friend in her point of view, whether it's valid or not.
It's a breakup of sorts.
Yeah.
I start crying.
And they have so many. They have so many friend breakups in a way that is really, I mean, so many versions of it that happen over and over again. And sometimes in a way that I always pull back and wonder like what like really like tethers these specific two people together. I feel like we get it clearly with Marnie and Hannah. We see their relationship dynamic. We see the way they have shown up for each other and how deep, even in the way that Marnie reacts to her getting into Iowa, we see that. But with Jessa, it's like you don't and I'm not talking about like an obvious flashback to them in college, great, but like you don't sometimes really get to like what keeps these two people wanting to be in each other's lives. And I don't think I don't have the answer to that.
I have to say it's plot based.
I think it's also
right. It's like
we're watching a TV show.
Yeah, like it's like one of those things where it's like, why are they always showing up together? And it's like, I guess it is because they're the characters in the show.
But these are people with a lot of friends. Like sometimes they actually need each other because they don't have other people.
Yeah.
Like, and it's interesting to watch Adam and Jessa's reaction to Lena leaving or Hannah leaving compared to Marnie. Like Marnie's there with coffee and like hugging her friend and supporting her and knowing it's not the end of their friendship but an evolution. Where Adam and Jess are like stabbed in the heart by this whole situation and don't really know how to react to Hannah leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, it really goes to show it's like, what is holding them together? This is an amazing question, and we will actually never get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know. A comment. Because I really wonder that sometimes, because someone had said something. I had posted a TikTok about, the concept of like only Jemima Kirk is Jessa and no one else is Jessa, and there was a discourse about, Jessa. These like are not people Jessa would call friends, but they would call Jessa their friend.
Yeah.
And because I feel like Jessa is more like, these are people that are convenient for me, that like you can still care about someone, but like also understand that like they just are available to her. They're around, like they're accessible. And like at the end of the day, that doesn't make you really want to commit to a friendship because like you're showing up for a person, but because they can be there for you, not because like you want them there.
Really, no, you're right. It's sometimes you can't. I have relationships in my life to make it, but it's like where it's like that person showed up for me, and even if I don't even like them that much, because they like are there for me in certain moments, it's like I'm willing to keep them in my life even if they don't bring me energy.
Yeah,
because it's like at least I know they're there.
And like that's human.
It's
right?
kind of sibling. It's kind of sibling relationship where it's like,
or your sibling,
or I guess maybe for me and my siblings that I don't really speak to, because I'm like, oh well, they're technically always around, so I don't actually have to put effort. Like there's almost like a layer of like, she feels like freedom in the fact that she's like, I actually have to put no effort into these relationships, and these girls aren't gonna leave me because they keep letting me show up.
Yeah.
So it's like she's almost like, finally there's like a relationship that like, no matter how bad of a friend I am, they are still going to deal with me.
But then Jessa leaves and Hannah shows up. Like they both have opportunity to leave each other, and yet they still show up. Plot-based media. Really interesting.
Television.
Oh my God.
Ridiculous.
Should we dive into our last girl? Hannah and Adam. There's so much to discuss. The death of this relationship. Adam. How are you navigating it, honestly?
How are you holding up?
Yeah.
Are you healing?
How are you feeling? Be honest with us.
I mean, I feel like one in general, God, Adam Driver. Thankful. This off of Thanksgiving, you know what I'm thankful for? Adam Driver. And his fine ass, tall ass body. But I feel like their relationship to me is so like, like the big love you have in your life, or like it's like, this is your formative, this is like you change, everything changed, world shifted when you like had this relationship.
Yeah.
And like that is so, in my opinion, that's so it for them. And I feel like as a viewer, I wanted to like hold on. I don't want to skip ahead because I know there's other episodes, so I'm trying to like not go too far forward. But I can feel as a viewer myself grasping onto their relationship like more than they are, in a way that's like, I think if you know what it feels like to have that kind of big love, you like are like, no, don't do it. But also, for a minute, I have to be like, straight couples are so stupid. Like,
they're pretty
have a
dumb.
plan. What do you mean? The plan is, there is no plan. Fuck yourself. I would have been like, no, we're gonna make a plan. We're gonna have something in place. And they're like so fine, just like vibing. And she's gonna be in fucking Iowa, and you're gonna be in New York. That seems like specific to heterosexual culture to me in a way that's like, no, we're gonna like talk and figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, even the scene where Hannah's like, you're really bad on the phone, or he's like, I'm really bad on the phone, and she's like, literally LOL, and it's like, no, that's like a huge issue that you guys should discuss before she goes.
Yeah.
But they let it slide.
I kind of want to disagree with you on that.
I love it.
I think gay men are actually really bad at plans sometimes.
I should have been specific.
I think lesbians in a way where you can have two
women.
Women who are just usually so much more emotionally intelligent are so much better at communicating that. And of course, it's the guy who's like, I don't want to plan, and that's his way of being like, I can't be with you anymore. But I don't really necessarily know how to say that in so many words right now.
Yeah.
And I also am just like, I'm hurting. You are the big love of my life.
Yeah.
I don't want to like let you go because you've changed me so much. But he like knows it's not going to work out. So he's pulling away instead of actually communicating anything.
Yeah.
And like that's his defense tactic.
And like the way she kind of just like the thing that feels even more sad is the way she kind of just accepts it. Like I think she's so afraid of losing him, even though they're at this point, they're just like fighting for their relationship. Like it's definitely it's shifted in terms of what it is for the both of them. And I feel like she's still so scared of losing him that way that she's like okay with the fact that like she's getting nothing really.
No, Adam literally starts off the episode with a rent monologue. Like he's like, it's just life is measured by minutes and none of them have any meaning. It's like ridiculous.
Not seasons of love.
He's doing seasons of love and right in the beginning of the episode.
Never summon seasons of love.
Oh God.
That's when you know when you're in trouble, ladies. Yes.
I mean, Lena wrote so like every scene somehow starts with the fact that like her and Adam aren't on the same page.
Yeah.
And we keep being like, oh, but they're gonna get to the conversation. And then the episode ends and it's like they don't even say goodbye to each other.
Yeah.
Well, he still really cares about her. Like it's clear like he helps her move, like packs all the boxes, like
hugging her in the street saying like every minute is perfect, but the way that he's like, it's now that matters.
But he's
like
done.
Yeah.
I feel like he's physically showing up and he's like emotionally so not there, which are like, oh, sorry, it's just such a good testament to Adam Driver. The thing we have to be thankful for is that Lena gave us at the end of the day, like, don't shit on my girl because she gave us Adam Driver. She gave birth to Adam Driver, actually. Yeah, that's his mother. But I do feel like the way he like acts with his face, but like it's physically there for her is like I think a beautiful representation of like how emotionally he isn't and like how vague. Also, I would be really pissed if my partner, I'm leaving for Iowa, my partner doesn't want to wake up in the morning to like make sure I just get my stuff in the car. Like my parents would have stormed up there and been like, get your fucking ass out of bed, help this girl get her shit in the car. Like that again, but the sad way she just lets it happen feels so like I don't know. Yeah, foreshadowing of what their relationship turns into, but
it's also like we leave off like the last time we saw this couple was them getting a huge fight Adam's opening night and Hannah being like congrats on an amazing opening night and him being like why is everything so hard with you?
Yeah.
And then it's like we never find out if they ever had a conversation. I don't believe they did.
Yeah.
They just were like, let's keep going and pretend it didn't happen.
Well, is this the first time between seasons that like a significant amount of time passes? I guess like last season Jessa's in rehab and she does like a month there, but we haven't seen like the other seasons. It's like right on to the next thing. It's like there's not a big time gap, and this is the first time the show really goes on. Like there's 2 months of gap between season 3 and season 4 starting. Like Shoshanna finishes her elective class that she needs to graduate. Like Marnie's really falling in love with Desi. Like Hannah is getting ready to go to college. Jessa's done like a decent amount of time with this job that she's like truly in love with this artist in like a mother-daughter kind of way.
Yeah.
And it's like
Hannah's got a bob. So
Hannah's got a bob. It's
came
like,
back with a bob.
a lot
things have
happened.
changed. Yeah.
you might not recognize her.
Yeah. Some did it, some don't. Yeah.
But I mean, Adam aside, Hannah feeling so random about moving is so relatable. Like, you know, when you're like moving to a place and it's like there's like the month leading up to it that you just have to feel random. Like, I remember like the summer before, like I grew up in Texas, then moved to Canada for college. Yeah. And that summer, knowing I was moving to Canada, but like having 3 months was so like every day I was like, what did I do? How do I act?
To your friends and family during your time? Like my brother gets mean before he like has to move somewhere because he's like trying to pull away
like
from
before
us.
change happens I'm like oh bitch which is true for me.
Or I'm kind of opposite where I'm like so in love with everyone and crying and so sad the whole
sweet.
time.
Water placements and you what do
I'm Gemini Sag.
Slay.
It's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Slay.
We've got range. Yeah. Slay. Yeah.
I feel like I'm pulling away before I move.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And like, but then I do, then on last minute, I'm like, fuck, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean it. Or like, I just, but I do like the shutdown compartmentalize thing. And then I'm suddenly like filled with overflowing with love and like so apologetic
Yeah,
for the
it's
person I've been. Yeah.
Like, don't you feel like, oh, like I'm totally Adam, but the last scene I would actually be like hugging her so tight and be like, I'll miss you.
I would pivot to Marnie right after that.
And they didn't actually eat pasta at the restaurant, but she wants fries.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Her mom being like, you don't need them. Same.
I did 30 minutes the other day to my dad being like, fries are actually really healthy because they're mostly potato. Because they are.
Fries are famously mostly potato. Not enough people remember that.
None of people remember
Potatoes
that.
are actually good for
We're
you.
doing so many PSAs on this podcast.
Yeah.
This is a health and
I'll
wellness
clip
podcast
together
first.
just like kind of the health and wellness
yeah,
part.
super cut.
Yeah.
Things
In
that
season
take
4,
ways.
we're pivoting to kind of educational content only. It'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did a really great job summarizing what the hell happened here.
What the hell?
Did we all feel like we walked away with a lesson?
Yeah. We leaned into Lena.
We leaned in. We do. That's what we do there.
Then you know what time it is.
Oh, we can end it on a fun note. Thank God.
Girl, get your Glock. It's rapid fire time.
Girl, get your Glock. I love that how Annie gets your gun coded that way. I love it. Okay.
Mel or Mel?
Mel.
Chevron or hair feather?
Hair feather.
Do you believe in grad school?
No.
Whose home are you sending the diploma to?
Mel's.
Where would you want to go with your 3 Lisas?
To drag brunch.
Yeah.
Favorite folk song from 2015 and doesn't actually have to be 2015.
Something like, is Fleet Foxes? Does that count
Yeah,
as like,
of
okay,
course.
right? Yeah. And some Fleet Foxes fucking song. I don't know.
And then what is your favorite thing about Natasha Lyonne in general?
The sound of her voice.
Yeah.
Obviously. I'm gay.
Especially here.
Natasha Lyonne's voice when she's chain smoking cigarettes, which I know she gave up recently, but you know, that specific, her voice changed.
I like Natasha Lyonne as Page Boy.
No, I'm kidding. Take care of yourself.
Her
Again,
character to me felt so high maintenance coded though.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't know why.
I really hated her. I did not like what they did. I know they were having fun. I don't have fun like that.
I was so focused on the fact that they were having fun that I loved it.
No,
I was like, you girls.
I wasn't safe. I felt like my body was threatened when she came out in that button.
In that outfit.
Yeah, that outfit was
It was
rude.
a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. This character also is so foreshadowing her poker face character. If anybody ever chose to binge the Peacock original.
More respect on, I mean, I didn't watch it actually, but more respect on it because I think it was really good. Everyone thought it was
Russian
great.
Doll, I saw that.
Russian Doll, great.
Season 1, amazing. Season 2, I don't know history.
Of Russian Doll.
Well,
wait, are you
season
talking
2 was
about
like
Peacock?
about
Queen's Gambit
wars and stuff.
Are you talking about Peacock? It's not what it's called.
No, none of us were watching that.
Poker Face?
Poker Face. Which one are you talking about? Poker Face or
In
Russian Doll?
In season 2 of Russian Doll, it's about her
Oh.
parents and like the
skip it.
1940s, and I'm like, I don't
Oh,
get
you have the
it.
gold.
I skipped it.
Yeah, it's
For the
not,
record.
it's not for
Just
most
did the first
people.
one. Just did the first one.
It's not for most people.
Yeah.
You said that's okay. That's allowed.
All right, we have one more segment.
Uh-oh.
That outfit in Brooklyn. This is a segment where we compare Brooklyn then to Brooklyn now. Was there anything that stood out in this episode that was painfully 2015, would never happen in 2023, or anything that you're like, this would happen today even?
Never happen again would be, or I would hope and pray on my knees. That Marnie outfit, the Marnie performance outfit,
Right.
was a hate crime. People were really hurt. That kid was upset because of her outfit, not because of her singing. Actually, she can hold a note.
I've never seen a sweater vest act like that. It's not a sweater vest. It's kind of the opposite, which
is
is a cardigan, which is long.
It was like there was a
coat.
striped jumper, already a mistake, and then like some kind of jacket that it wasn't like a formal blazer, but it was like some kind of jacket that was like
She was in a straight jacket.
Emotionally.
The dress she was wearing is what everybody to this day in Texas wears to a baby shower.
For sure.
And I needed to stop.
But okay, representation matters. So
But,
come on,
you
let them
know,
have that.
I'm glad they have it.
The girls need it.
Yeah.
That one would never happen again in my book.
When Elijah and Jessa walk into brunch, they both start off with like kind of like a casual insult. Where it's like that was such a big thing of culture in the teen years.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone would walk in here and be like, hey idiot, hey stupid.
It's so get in, loser.
Yeah,
We're going
very
shopping.
You're being mean immediately and then being fun. But it's like in a fun
Unfortunately,
way.
I haven't grown out of that. No. I'm like,
Good.
Greet me with an insult or you hate me. If you don't, I'm like,
you
something's
did
wrong.
walk into our space today and immediately call us slurs to our face.
That
and I'm like,
did
okay, I'm
happen.
safe. Yeah. Now I know I can get comfy. But yeah.
Or what did Elijah say? Elijah says, get her done.
Oh,
We're
no.
all set.
Shoshana says that.
Oh, Shoshanna says, get her done.
Yeah, Shoshana's talking to Ray, and she's like, yeah, I got her done. I'm like,
Why?
your degree?
Yeah.
Why are you speaking
God,
like
I
that?
love that she's like that, though, actually. Only she can do that. And the rest of them, no.
She did it with such a seriousness that I believed it.
Your conviction.
Yeah.
Oh, friends with the same names. Like 3 Leslies was such a big thing in the 2000s to have. It's like everyone's name was the same for some reason in a friend group back then. Like Heathers, everyone's the same name.
Yeah,
it's such a big
Ashley's,
part.
that's actually more like what I'm thinking about the Recess.
No, literally. Ashley, Chanel's from.
I feel like it was a
Serena
trope that it's like all the mean girls have the same name.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank you, Doyle, for leading the pack. I can't believe Doyle's Regina George, and it's like Gretchen and Karen over there being like, you should try CSI.
I wish there were more Peytons that I could be like a bully ganged up with, but I don't really have that many.
The only other Peyton I know is a mousy blonde girl. She's really sweet, but
it's me. It's
You're like,
me.
oh, okay.
Yeah. In some ways, spiritually, I am a mousy.
There
blonde
was
girl.
a Peyton in my middle school friend group.
oh, I remember
mean?
her.
She was mean to
True
me.
legend.
Oh, that's
I don't
so
know
nice.
in general.
Oh, okay.
So-
She said, I'm actually gonna make a decided choice. With you. Everyone else, love and respect.
Yeah, she was always trying to get me to put like ice and salt on my skin
Oh,
to
to
give myself a
burn it?
wound.
Not that was really 2015, or I don't know what year that was, but when everyone was like, stop doing that, stop burning yourself.
Stop
your
burning
friends
yourself.
tricking you to harm yourself was such a big thing in middle school.
Yes. I mean, stop. Or like writing on your skin with Sharpie. I
Oh
know.
my God.
Our parents would be like, oh, fucking this bitch again.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
to
like,
say
it's
it-
also
yeah.
spray sunscreen, so don't worry about it, Dad.
Yeah.
Well, not to say it like this, but it's Indian sunburn, if you guys remember that.
Oh,
The twist.
The
thing?
twist.
Yeah.
But like all your friends would twist your arms until it hurt.
And you would let them. You would let. I would
Slaps?
legally let them. I would
Legally
consent.
let
I'd be like,
them.
go. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Horrible.
And then I learned in health class in sophomore year of high school that that's actually self-harm.
Fun fact.
It's like if you bite your
this
fingernails,
really
it's
is a health and
self-harm.
wellness. This is a PSA for the children.
Literally.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. We're reaching out to you through the screen. We're
All
here
right.
for you. We raise you up. Peyton, it's been an absolute
This has been the
time
best
and a
episode
half.
ever.
It's been the best day of my life.
I
Thank you so
feel
much.
happy and good for once.
I know the energy. You brought it. The lights got brighter.
The lights
They
got
couldn't-
brighter.
I didn't know if they could get brighter, but those things
They
are
did.
bright now.
Yeah. I said, oh, we're gonna shake things up here. Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
my
that's
big
fine.
takeaway from our conversation today is I do need Adderall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Put the Celsius down.
Immediately coming into our space being like, you should microdose meth.
Yeah.
You
being
should
like-
try it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I bring. Again, that's an entry point into not only me being canceled, but also our health and wellness.
Yeah.
Kickoff. Yeah.
Oh
Not
God.
to
We're
out you.
switching our category.
Are you on
for this-
Adderall now?
No.
Oh, okay. So you came.
I actually am just a really energetic person.
No,
in
good.
general.
I'm just wondering how it's gonna affect my
Natural.
personality, but we can of course talk about this later.
Yeah, we
off
do
pod.
have to
Off
sign
book.
off. Guys, follow Peyton, check out all her stuff.
So much good stuff.
So much good
Thanks.
stuff out there. The Emerson girls, they bring it.
Don't do that. The Emerson girls. Yeah, me.
Give it up
Poster
for them.
child.
No, your one pin photo on Instagram right now with your skirt and then your name on the back. And the necklace.
It's it says I have one with my name on it, but it's a thong that says Taurus.
Taurus,
right?
yeah.
I have one with my name on it too. Don't you worry.
Oh my God.
So cute.
I am very into myself, so don't worry. There's many more that came from.
You're gonna want to learn more. Check out our Instagram, folks. We'll be back next week with episode 2. But for now, have an amazing week.
Au revoir.
Bye. Au revoir.
Also, I went like this and I hated it.
Oh, we'll cut it. We'll cut it.